Are you having trouble with branding your business online? In today's video, we learn 5 major tips for online branding and digital marketing from brand expert Olga Kovtun, owner of Brand Hero. Hey everyone, this is Charles, host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, a place where connections matter. I serve to help small business owners and community leaders to increase their reach on social media through podcast interviews and how-to videos for new entrepreneurs. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and give us some feedback in the comments. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, where connections matter. I'm Charles, your host, here to serve you and to bring you podcast interviews of local Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. And I'm excited. Today, we have a very special guest on the podcast. I'm going to read a little bit of information about our guest, and she is going to share a little about her story and her business and her services. So our next guest is a marketing professional. She is also a wife and mother of 2 kids and 3 fur babies, which I believe I'm assuming they're the cats or dogs. She is a marketing professional. She designs marketing-infused websites and visual branding. She also works remotely with women in business around the globe and is passionate about empowerment. She works with businesses that help to make the world a better place and who value honesty and transparency. She's been a featured guest speaker on several platforms. I'm excited to have her here on Detroit Metro Plug. She's spoken at the Changemakers Visual Summit, which was held on November 2020 last year. She was a featured speaker at Discover the Superhero in You. That was also held last year, October of 2020. She's been a featured speaker at the Global Women Empowerment Summit that was held last year as well. She's also spoke at the Global Law Thinker Society Visual Youth Summit. She's on various different platforms. She's received different awards. The one award she has been a recipient of is the Sharp Minds 2020, the Global Law Thinker Society, and Fun to Learn Certificate of Appreciation. In addition to her business venture, in addition to being a mother and a wife, she is also a volunteer for the project called Creative Society, a global project run by volunteers for more than 140 countries with a goal to find out how to envision a creative society where everyone is happy and lives are fulfilled in the spheres of lives. This project is an answer to the consumerism format of society we live in right now. And so I'm excited about our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Olga Kovtun.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Charles. And I'm so excited to connect with you. And now we live in such a small world, that I saw your post on LinkedIn and I wanted to reach out to you and say, hey, I want to be a guest. I want to share my story. So thank you so much for bringing me on. And I'm very excited to be here today.
Thank you. I'm excited that you reached out to me and you accepted the invitation, and I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today. So just share a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're from, how did you come into doing digital marketing, anything you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, definitely. So I was born in Russia and I moved here to the United States when I was a teenager, and I have lived for about 20 or 22 years here in Metro Detroit area. So this is my home now. And as you said, I'm married to my beautiful husband who is out hunting now.
Okay,
it's a hunting season here in Michigan.
Yes. Yes, it's
Yeah.
hunting season.
Yeah, so we definitely lost some good husbands to the hunting season. But I do have two kids, and I have two cats and a one dog, so the whole package. And
Okay.
and my marketing journey started right out of college. I graduated as a graphic design communication specialist and a web designer, and I went on to build my corporate career, but I also always work as a freelancer. So I always had projects that I was passionate about and working on the side. And somehow, after having kids, I really stepped into the owning my own business because I wanted to find that balance where I can still be a business owner, I still can have an impact on others and help others in the marketing sphere, graphic design, branding, websites, but also be present with my kids and see them grow. So I have been in the marketing industry for about 15 years now, and now I work with women that are primarily in coaching and speaking industry. And I have clients not just here in the United States, but around the globe. And I'm happy to report that we are changing the lives with branding. We're changing the lives with messaging that is out there. And the coaches and speakers I work with are people that are changing the world for the better and are valuing transparency and openness just like I do.
Wow, that's exciting. So, what I wanted to ask is, how did you get your start in the whole marketing and branding business?
Yes, definitely. So I have started out of the college. I was a graphic designer, but I quickly realized that I can make a pretty artwork, but unless it serves a purpose and markets to the right audience or showcases the right image, then that artwork is no longer just art. Now it's a marketing piece that is helping businesses to get their message across. And I have always been learning. I will never stop learning. Like I always listen to podcasts. I always take new courses. I always apply things that I learn. So for the past 15 years, I always been learning and applying and seeing opportunities and going after that. So I have moved away from graphic design, but I stayed with it. I just moved away more into marketing and marketing aspects of things. And now, as a business owner, I combine the knowledge of marketing into the online visual branding and websites.
Great, great. So if I understand you correctly, you started out as a graphic designer. You went to college, and then you moved towards. You wanted to, if you were working with someone, you want to make sure that graphic had a purpose and a
Correct.
strategy. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And now, as you know, we are all into the social media digital age.
Correct.
How did you transform your graphic design skills into helping people with digital marketing?
Yes, definitely. So digital marketing is basically your footprint online. And it's basically you're buying an apartment and this is your sell and what you make of it, it becomes. So digital marketing space is very important, and it's very important to showcase yourself or your business as an expert, because we see a lot of businesses, everybody is online now, but what's going to set you apart from other competition and other businesses, and how can you serve your clients to the best of your abilities so they have the most transformation in their life or in their business or whatever the goal they're trying to achieve, is to make sure that you claim that digital space and make sure you do it professionally. And that's why I infuse visual branding to it, because you kind of are a brand online and it has to
Right.
match to what you do offline.
Right, you're right. I agree with you. We all are a digital brand online, whether we realize it or not. If we have a Facebook page, a TikTok profile, or an Instagram, and so you provide a lot of help with those who want to sharpen their skills with digital branding and help to reach their audience and gain influence online. Is that fair to say?
Definitely, definitely, yes.
Okay, okay. I wanted to ask, so what do you enjoy most about what you do?
I think what I like most is seeing the transformation a business owner can have when he or she empowers themselves to invest into their visual branding and allow themselves to love their business the way it's presented online. Because once it's presented online at the professional level, the only way you can do is level up and go up from there. But if you are the powerhouse offline, but that does not transfer well online, then there is a disconnect. Then there is so much more work you have to do to find that ideal client and to serve your clients because your online and offline presence does not match. So what I enjoy the most and is seeing business owners really be inspired and empowered by their own online visual branding and just taking it off and flying.
Okay, that is awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure with this transformation of people having an online presence, that there's a lot of people who are a little bit uncomfortable with this transformation. How do you handle clients, potential clients, or how do you handle people who know they need to have a digital presence and have a digital footprint and develop their brand online, but are a little bit afraid? What do you tell them? What do you do? How do you work with them?
So you can't be afraid to put yourself out there because everybody else is already out there. So you're already behind if you are not on one or two platforms. And what I say to people that are overwhelmed about what to do online, I always tell them just pick one platform that you're comfortable with, whether it is LinkedIn or Instagram or anything like that, and just keep at it. And once you feel comfortable, and then once you know how it works, once you know your audience, once you know what they respond to, you can move on to other platforms, or you can hire someone to manage your social media and presence online. Like, you don't need to do it all. As a business owner, sometimes we feel like we must wear multiple hats to be successful. Well, it's not so. If you hire out services that you are not perfect or professional on, then that will free up the space for you to be you and to do what you do best. And I think that's just the amazing benefit of having a visual branding and having someone help you out.
Okay, okay. So it sounds like you said that if you don't know everything, you can outsource. And so they would outsource to someone like you, I guess. Is that
Yes,
fair
you
to
can
say?
outsource to someone like me. You can outsource. There's like VAs, like virtual assistants. There are like so many things. Like, there's no way a one person can keep up what's going on in the online world, because tomorrow we will have a new platform. I don't know what that is, but it's
Right, right.
always going to change. And no way one person can keep up with all of it. So as a business, it's just impossible. Sometimes you just have to know that someone is taking care of it and you're good to run your business and not worry
Okay,
about that aspect.
okay, okay. Now, on my platform, I try to present and bring people on to kind of give some how-tos or some tips.
Mhm.
Um, what would you say is the five major tips for someone who's a new entrepreneur, new business, for branding and having an online presence or digital marketing? Five major tips for branding and digital marketing.
Yeah.
What would be tip number one?
The tip number one will be you have to establish yourself as a brand, even if you're just starting out. You must be consistent with your branding. And when I say consistent with your branding, even if your logo is just a font logo, so be it. It doesn't matter what your logo is. Like, don't focus on what it is right now when you're starting out. Just make sure you have it and you consistently use it everywhere you go on all the platforms. You have the brand colors, and brand colors is just the 5 colors that you use, like 2 main ones and 3 complementary colors, and just use them throughout. Don't confuse your audience about the colors you use, because they get used to something and then you switch it on them and they no longer know if they're on your page or they accidentally went to someone else's page. The other one is your fonts. So once you select your brand fonts, just stay consistent with them as well. And that will help you be seen as a professional online. Another tip I have is really invest into brand photography, and it is very affordable. And there's so many amazing brand photographers in Metro Detroit area that I know. They're just there to make you be a better version of you. So they
Right.
will know exactly how to take a pictures of you so you look professional. They'll know exactly what you need to wear, what you need to bring, where you need to go to do your photo shoot, because those images, even it's only 20 to 30 brand images, you
Okay.
can use them consistently on all the platforms. You can use them on LinkedIn, you can use them on Instagram, you can use them on Facebook, you can put them on your newsletter, you can put
Okay.
them on your website. Those will help you as well. The
Okay.
third tip will be, if you are going to be on social media, find out which platform your ideal client is hanging out on. If it's
Okay.
TikTok, then you choose TikTok and you be on TikTok. If it's Instagram, then it is Instagram. If it's LinkedIn, then
Mm.
so be LinkedIn. And
Okay.
pick just one platform. Do not spread yourself thin thinking you have to post everywhere. Algorithms are always changing on you. Everything is always changing. There's new update coming up tomorrow, right? We don't know what the future brings, but staying consistent is picking one platform.
Okay.
And the last tip I have is really invest into your website. I see a lot of people skip the website because they say, well, I'm already on Instagram, or I'm already on LinkedIn, or somewhere on Facebook. Well, those platforms are there and they're amazing. But the problem with them, I hear so many horror stories of people getting locked out from their platforms, locked out from their accounts, losing access. Even like right now, I personally have right now have a case open with LinkedIn where they have restricted my account and they're asking for my ID. So you never know, like they're not showing my profile to people. And if you put your eggs in all in one basket, then you lose when you're not being seen for a week, because it takes them a long time to put you back up. Any platform, social media platform, if you are under some type of investigation, they might not even give you access back and you have to start over again.
Okay.
Have a website means to put your saying that I'm a legit business. I invest in myself, and this is how I showcase myself. You can put a website up that is simple, but it just needs to be something that's yours. You are in charge you're in control of information that goes on it. And it's just a great tool to connect with people. And right now, like, I know, everybody knows, like, if you don't have a website, people don't even consider you a real business.
Right. Right. That's true. Well, those are some great tips. You shared about the importance of having brand colors as the first tip. That's reflect uh, the personality of your brand, I would say.
Hmm.
And then you talked about having consistent fonts as a
Yeah.
second tip. Um, your third tip was the photo gallery. Have a photo gallery for your brand, professional photo gallery.
Yes.
And to focus on your fourth tip was to focus on which social platform has your ideal client. Is it
Hmm.
Facebook? Is it LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, for example?
Hmm.
And your fifth tip was the importance of having a website so that you're not bound by just Instagram or Facebook, which we had a situation, I think about 3 weeks ago or a month ago, where the platform went down and it cost a lot of people money. And so you don't want to rely. And then people could go to a whole new platform and you could lose potential customers. But I wanted to ask you, what's your thoughts on email marketing? What do you think about that?
Email marketing is amazing tool, and I always recommend to my clients to collect emails so you can stay in touch with your prospects, so you can stay in touch with your clients. The reason it is important to build your mailing list is because of situations like that. When our social media gets shut down, you can
Right.
send an email letting your clients know we are still live on our website. Come do
Right.
business with us.
Right. Right. Right.
Yes, and email marketing is very important. We still open up our emails. We still check them daily. It's important. Like sometimes you just glance at, even like looking at them and not opening them up, it's still better than not
Yes.
having
Yes.
any like reminder in your inbox. Sometimes I'll see an email and I know I'm not going to open it, but I cannot unsee that email, right? I saw it coming
Right.
into my inbox, so it's there. It's like instant click in your mind. Oh, I remember, yes, this business. Or I remember, yes, if when I need this, I'm going to reach out to them. So it's
Right.
always good to stay in touch, and it's always good to just showcase that here I'm here for you. Like, this is the easy way to get in touch with me. Email me back. Let's talk about what's going on. So yeah, say email marketing is not going away anytime.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I like what you said about email marketing. That if social media, something happens with that, system goes down, you can still have direct contact with your client or prospect to say, "Hey, we're still in business. You can go to our website."
Mhm.
And I like the fact that some people, if they use, like I myself, I use Constant Contact, and they give you a percentage of open rate, or those who looked at your email and those who didn't. But I like what you said. Even though someone may not open your email, if they didn't unsubscribe, they still see your email there, and they may open it later. But at
Mhm.
least uh, puts there in their mind that your business is there, and you're still reaching out to them. So that's good. If you don't mind, when you talked about tip number one about brand colors, is there a certain recommendation? Should someone have a minimum of colors, or is it possible to have too many brand
Oh,
colors?
it's definitely possible to have too many colors. I mean, I have
Okay.
seen rainbows everywhere. Usually, like you would pick 2 to 3 colors to be your
Two to
main
three colors. Okay.
colors. Yeah, you to be your same with fonts. Like pick 2 to 3 fonts and don't
Two to
go
three fonts. Okay.
overboard. But with colors, you also have to have a color that is like used for backgrounds. So maybe like a color that is
Backgrounds.
lighter,
Okay.
a color that is giving you like some kind of contrast, so you can put it on your call to action buttons, for example,
Okay.
red or blue or something that stands out. So when it comes to colors, definitely it is your personality, it's personality of your business.
Okay.
But don't forget, just because you love pink,
Right.
your ideal customer might not like pink. So when you are designing your logo or doing your colors, it is your business, it is your personality, but you have to work with your ideal client preferences and what they are attracted to.
Right.
So it doesn't become what you like as a business owner, it becomes what it serves your ideal clients.
Okay. Okay. Awesome, awesome. So I like that. So brand colors 2 to 3, and then you have include your background colors
Mm-hmm.
and your call to action button, and then you said fonts 2 to 3 fonts. Now, for a photo gallery or a photo shoot or whatever, you said there's talented people in the Detroit area. Now, why do you recommend? And I'm not trying to be funny. I've taken pictures with my iPhone. Why should someone who's starting a business or has a small business have a professional photo shoot? Why do you recommend that?
Well, professional photo shoot is gonna first of all separate you from those cell phone takers, right? The cell phone picture takers, and there's nothing wrong with cell phone pictures. And right now, cell phones are very good; they have very good camera. But also, when it comes to brand photo shoot, it's a professional picture, and you can right away tell the difference between the brand photo shoot that you took with a professional photographer versus you just going out and taking a selfie, or your friend is taking a picture of you. There is such a difference. And also, if you notice, most brand photographers will adjust your pictures so they all look the same. So the whole gallery you open up and they have the same look and feel and the same emotion. But when
Right.
you take random pictures here and there, they all look all over the place and they don't look like a cohesive look. And what
Okay.
you're trying to create with your visual online branding is definitely cohesive look. And also you want to create that stability where people go, no matter which platform they move to or go to, they see exactly same images, exactly same representations, exactly same look and feel. And once they get used to that, then they can start recognizing it and they can see it as just you being an expert in the field because you invest in your business. At the end of the day, people who invest in their visual online branding are the ones that are seen as professionals online.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. Um, and how many photos should someone get if they're doing a photo shoot gallery?
Definitely. So for my clients, because I am building their website and I am helping them with some of the social media presence, I recommend having 20 to 30 pictures, which is a
Okay.
typical package for a brand photographer. Now,
Okay.
if your budget is tight, we can work with 10 images, but they just
Okay.
have to be different enough where we can use them, and they are not exactly the same pose, just couple differentiations of it, but they're like totally different images, 10 different images.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So that's something I need to work on. I confess I've been using my iPhone to take pictures, but so I'm
Yeah.
gonna seek that out.
Yeah,
Now,
it's very nice. And you know what about I like what I like about brand photography is that you can use it for the 2 to 3 years and then you can
okay.
invest into more. And I have seen some like amazing people, like you get on Zoom with them or you meet them and they're just like amazing people and they have so much to offer to the world, but their profile picture is 10 years old and they no longer
Oh,
look the same. So we have to make sure that everything we put out there is current,
current. Okay.
fresh, and represents you the way you are, not the way you used to be.
Right, right. Now you just gave a really good tip because I didn't think about that. You want to update your photos every 2 to 3 years because yeah, some people will have a photo shoot or pictures they've taken with their phone 10 years ago, and that's their profile. And of course, unfortunately, we change,
When
we
you
age, or yeah, we
change,
don't look the same as we did 10 years ago. And yeah, so we want to keep that up. So that's a good thing to think about. That's a good
yeah.
thing. Now, so in most cases, I'm assuming that when you do a professional shoot, that you have your pictures are in digital format, so that you can put them on a website or Instagram posts or TikTok or something like that. Is that
Yes, correct. And right now, thank you to all the technology we have, I recommend if you have a Canva Pro account, and Canva is
okay?
a software, Canva Pro account allows you to build your brand. It has a brand kit. Brand kit,
Mhm.
it just means that you can upload your logos, you can upload your colors, you can upload your fonts, you can upload your brand photography into it. And now you know exactly where to go to get those assets. And you know, next time you're creating an image or next time you're creating a banner for your LinkedIn profile, you know exactly what colors you're using, fonts, logos, pictures, like it's all there in one place. And I help my clients to set that up once we go through branding process so they know exactly where they're starting and where they're going.
Great, great. That's awesome. Now, you also said in one of your tips that identifying your ideal client on social media platforms. So, how would someone determine if Facebook versus LinkedIn is where their client is at? How does it depends on the industry or?
Yes, it definitely depends on the industry. So, for example, I work with a lot of coaches and speakers, and they are natively on LinkedIn. But then
LinkedIn.
now I see them more and more transferring over to other platforms like Instagram and Facebook because everyone's opening up the groups on Facebooks and what's not. But
Okay.
LinkedIn is great for for those professional connections. And
Okay.
I use LinkedIn a lot to even introduce people to each other. And it's just a professional tool. It doesn't have as much social
Okay.
clutter as other platforms.
Okay. Okay. I would agree with you with that. That LinkedIn has a professional feel,
Mhm.
and Facebook obviously is, people have different motivations for on Facebook, so you
Yes.
have to kind of weed people out. But it's good with groups. I host a private group called the Detroit Metro Plug, the Marketplace, where people can, a platform where people can share about what they're doing, what product or service or event that they're sponsoring. And it's a platform where they can share. So it's good for that. And I have to get better at LinkedIn uh, to reach out to other people to promote even my platform. So that's good advice. And your last tip, you talked about the website. Now, there's different ways. There's different platforms where people can do website builders, whether it's Vistaprint or Square, or even Constant Contact has a website builder. Or some people choose, a person to help them. What do you normally recommend for websites?
For websites, you are really not limited to anything. WordPress is more complex because
Okay.
it does require backend help. So I wouldn't say that WordPress is the ideal for a new business. Maybe an established business that needs more functions, the WordPress is great. But for someone who is starting out, there is a lot of platforms like Squarespace, Wix. I build my websites on Showit platform.
Okay. Hmm.
And also there are others, like you said, like MailChimp has a platform now. There is Lead Pages, there is Kajabi. There's like so many platforms out there. And if you're just starting out, just pick one. And if you are doing it yourself, just pick one and, just put your information on it. Just
Okay.
make sure, like when I see people DIY their own things, it's incomplete. So make sure when you do put something, it's a complete information. If it's a bio, like write it out completely. If it's about us, write it out completely. If it's a picture, make sure you put the best picture there. Like if it's a logo, make sure it doesn't have the white box behind it. Make sure it has
Okay.
a see-through background. There's so many things that can clutter up your website and make it look unprofessional when you're doing it yourself. It's
Okay.
really is paying attention to those details and just putting just enough information for people to understand what you do, how you do it, how you're going to solve their problems they're having, and how to get in touch with you.
Great, great, great. Excellent, excellent tips, excellent advice. Um, I was doing a little research about you before you came on, and I noticed a lot of things you provide, services you provide on your website. Do you mind sharing with our audience some of the things? Obviously, you are a marketing and branding expert with over 15 years working with various small businesses and working with women.
Mhm.
I saw that you had several options where you can help people with their branding and digital marketing. You might share about those things?
Yes, definitely, definitely. So I have created a program and it's called Brand Hero. And Brand Hero program is to inspire you as a business owner to take charge of your own branding. And Brand Hero program is a 3-week program where I take you from your branding to your website to the launch strategy. And the reason I put the launch strategy or a marketing piece into it is because I didn't want to build something beautiful and you love and you're proud of, and you launch it and you show it to the world and you get all kinds of feedback saying your website looks amazing, your new branding is awesome, and then you don't know what to do with it. That's why I created the launch strategy, so you can take your offer that's promoted on your sales page website and you can start offering it to the marketplace. You can talk about it and you can talk to your ideal audience of how to work with you. So that program is 3 weeks, and we go through branding, website, and the launch, and you are off, and you have all the assets that I load into Canva Pro for you, that you can start running and
Wow.
posting and doing everything. And it's an express program because I know we all are short on time. And when people come to me, they have been waiting to do it for such a long time. They don't even have another day to wait. They needed it yesterday.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah, so this is the program. And another way to work with me is to book me for a day. So I have a day rate program where you book me for a day, and in a day, we get to your to-do list, and we go down the list and say, this is the most important priority item we have to take care of. And you just book me for a day. I sit down, 7 hours of work, we get it all done. You get my full attention for the day, and we just knock things out. And you'd be surprised how many things we can accomplish in one day when we concentrate on just your business.
Great. Great. Okay. So you have the book you for a day, and then the other program is called the Brand Hero.
Brand
Uh,
hero, yes.
Brand Hero. Okay. That is awesome. Um, how do people get in touch with you and your services? What are your websites, your social media
Yes,
handles?
definitely. Well, I keep it easy. It's olgakovtun.com is my website, and Olga Kovtun is my handle for the Instagram, for LinkedIn, for Facebook. So I'm very discoverable. You just have to put Olga Kovtun, even if it's Google search, you will find me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's your name, Olga Kovtun, on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And same thing for your website. Is that correct?
Yes,
Or
it's
is it okay? Okay.
olgakovtun.com.
Now I saw something. I don't know if it's the same thing as your day program, but I saw something called VIP for personal services. Is that the same as the day program, or is that some
The
different?
It's Brand Hero VIP Day, or it's a day rate services. So
Oh,
Brand
okay.
Hero VIP Day. The reason I call it VIP Day, even though it takes about 3 weeks, is because I deliver everything to you. Like, there's homework, but I deliver everything to you in one VIP day. So we know exactly when the program will end, and you have all
Okay.
your assets, and you're ready to go.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That is awesome. Do you have any upcoming events or things you would like to share with our audience that's upcoming?
Yes, I actually do have upcoming event. I volunteer for a project called Creative Society, and it's an international initiative, and it's run by volunteers, as you said, from over 140 different countries. And we all are volunteers. There is not a paid position. There is no board of directors. There is just millions of people doing amazing things in the world. And we have put together conferences in the past, and the next conference coming up on December 4th, and it's called Global Crisis: Time for the Truth. And this conference will be simultaneously translated to 100 languages.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know 100 languages. Maybe I know five. The Spanish, the English, the French, but
Hmm.
100 languages, all done by volunteers. And this is the most important conference of our history, because ordinary people, just like you and me, are
Right.
doing it. And we are bringing the truth to the people about the type of situation we put ourselves in terms of environmental damage that has been done by us, and also climatic events that are increasing on us rapidly. And we see the climatic events happen every single day, and we as volunteers are tracking it daily. And we used to have news, and we used to report on the climatic events around the globe, like mudslides, the earthquakes, the
Wow.
volcanoes, like floods, all of it. We used to report on it once a week, but then we
Okay.
realized that we could have been reporting on it every single day now. So it has increased so much that we see so much displacement happening, and people are not being treated as human beings when they are
Wow.
faced with that problem. And it's just so sad to see. But the good thing, we are coming together, and we want to build a society that is human centric and not profit centric,
Profit centric.
yeah,
Okay.
like we live in right now.
Great, great. You're doing a great work with that. Thanks for your
Thank
service and
you.
volunteering and having a global presence and impacting people across the globe. That is
Yeah.
awesome. Um, I as we wrap up, now, do you when you work with clients, is it mostly virtually, remote, or do you meet one on one, or or does it vary, or a combination?
Actually, I have been working remotely for the past 6 years before it
Oh,
was
before
the thing
COVID?
to do.
Right, right. Okay.
Before everybody figured out that was the way to do it. Yes, I have worked remotely for about 6 years now, and I really enjoy it because it's easy. It's so easy. You just get on, you just talk to people just like that on Zoom or any other platform, and you get to know people. And I work with people from different time zones. So, like
Right,
yesterday, I was on a call with someone from Australia, and they are like day and a half ahead of us. So they are like living in the future when we
right.
are still stuck in the past. So it makes the world a small place, definitely. So I'm very grateful that COVID, thank you, COVID, that allowed us to open up those communications, and people are now understand that we are such a small world and we are all so connected.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. In closing, I wanted to ask you, what would you say separates you and your business from other digital marketing companies or small businesses? What separates you and what you do?
I think what separates me is I have a real drive and passion, and I want to see my clients succeed. And I use all my experience and knowledge to help them get there. And what I really enjoy is that I do have that marketing background. So when I do design something visually, I can't turn off that marketing, brain in me. It's automatically designed with the marketing in mind, and everything I do is, at the end of the day, I'm not here to make artwork. I'm here to help you market your business to your ideal client and position you as an expert online so you can help as many people as you can in your place.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for being a guest on the Detroit Metro Plug podcast. You share some great gems that's going to be helpful. I'll be sure to, in our description for this episode, I'll have your website information and your social handles as well, so people can get in touch with you if they want some more expertise
Yes,
and to utilize
definitely.
your services. So I want to thank you again. Um, Hopefully, maybe in the future we'll do some collaborations. Um,
Definitely.
I appreciate your time and thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks so much, Charles, and thank you so much for bringing us all together.
Thank you.